Hey there, this is Kristin from KristinCoaching.com. Thank you so much for joining me for my video today. The topic of this video is signs of a great marriage or a relationship, depending on what you're in. You could absolutely be in a committed, happy relationship and not be married as well. But I think sometimes people really need to know, am I in a good relationship? Am I in a good marriage? What does that look like? What does that mean? Especially since there is no such thing as a perfect relationship, right? I've talked about that before. So if there's no such thing as perfection and you're gonna have a relationship that has arguments and disagreements and really, really low points in the relationship, what does it look like to be in a great one? What does that really mean? I think it has to do a lot with feeling fulfilled in your relationship. How much are you feeling fulfilled with your significant other? I think it's demonstrating loyalty and support and love towards each other over a period of time. I think all those aspects really contribute to if you're in a great relationship or marriage. But I have more specific signs that are really going to show if you guys are on the right track and you're in that fulfilled, happy relationship or marriage, because that's super important. I think at the end of the day, there's certain aspects that make a relationship healthy and there's certain aspects that make a relationship unhealthy. So we're going to talk about the aspects that make it healthy and see if you are in one of these. And if you are, amazing, you're on the right track, you're doing great. If these 6 aspects do not pertain to you, then it's something to work on, right? It's a goal that you have for yourself. You're going to say, okay, we're not working right now. We obviously don't have these aspects. So what can we do to start implementing them and putting them into our relationship and making these our goals for us, right? So aspect number 1, a sign of a great marriage. You're comfortable expressing your needs and your wants and your desires. Okay, like I've said before, you guys are partners. You guys are a team. You have to be able to talk to one another and communicate. You guys are not mind readers, and I think oftentimes in relationships when people don't feel comfortable opening up and expressing themselves and talking, it can get really uncomfortable and create a lot of tension in the relationship. So you have to be comfortable saying how you feel when you feel it, and letting each other know where you're at. I think that's really important. So if you're able to do that, if you are doing that in your relationship, then that's great. You guys are on the right track, okay? Number 2, signs of a great marriage is you trust each other. You trust that you have each other's best interest at heart. You trust that your partner isn't going to do anything to hurt you, cause you pain, not make you a priority. You're trusting that your partner has your best interest, best intentions at heart, and they're making the relationship the priority. Trust is so big. If you don't have trust, you normally have jealousy. When you have jealousy, you have fights. When you don't have trust, you have arguments, you have pain. So you have to be able to trust each other. That's really, really important. Tip number 3, you want to make sure that each other's needs are being met. This is a sign of a great marriage. If each other's needs are being met, that's your priority. So for example, my priority is my husband. I want to make sure he's happy. I want to make sure he's taken care of. I want to make sure he's feeling good. And vice versa. He does that for me. He wants me to make sure I have everything I need and I'm doing good. And we're checking in with each other constantly. Make sure that each other's needs are being met. That's super important. Tip number 4 to a sign of a great marriage is that you appreciate each other. You thank each other for things that you do for each other. You thank each other for positive qualities and characteristics and aspects that they bring into the relationship that make the relationship more strong. You gotta appreciate each other. So if you're doing that, that's amazing. If you're not, start appreciating each other. Tell your significant other how much you care. What do you love about them? What do you appreciate about them? What are you grateful for? That's important. Tip number 5 to a great marriage is, honestly, and this is a really simple one, but you get along with each other. You enjoy each other's company. You enjoy hanging out with each other, spending quality time with each other. Getting along and being able to be in the same room and enjoy each other's company is a really good sign. It means you like each other and you want to be around one another. If you're in the same room and you can't stand to be with them, that's a problem, and that's a sign that you guys have to start shifting some things so you can start really enjoying each other's company again, because that's really important. Last but not least, the 6th tip to a great marriage is you support each other. Teamwork, partnership. That's huge. That's key to a happy, healthy relationship. So be supportive of one another. Make sure that your partner knows that they can go to you when they need you, when they're having a hard time. You know, maybe they had a bad day. Be a support network. You know, don't judge them, don't pity them, just be supportive. Talk about their strengths and talk about the things that that make them a great person, and build them up. That is what support is. It's building somebody up and not tearing somebody down. So being each other's support network is a sign that you guys are on the right path and you guys are in a great relationship and a great marriage. That's really important. I make sure to do all of these 6 signs as much as I can in my relationship because I value these. I know that this means that we're on a healthy path and a healthy track if we're doing these. So I want you to do these with your significant other as well. And I'm really confident that if you do, if you're doing them now, that you guys are in a great relationship. And maybe you're doing some, but not all. So start implementing these and getting these going. These are goals for your relationship. If you're lacking in these aspects, that means that's what you need to work on. You got to create the goal for that. If you don't trust each other, well, that's the goal in your relationship. How do we rebuild the trust in our relationship? And I have other videos that talk about that, for example, if trust is something that you need to build with your significant other. Again, this is Kristin from KristinCoaching.com. Thank you so much for listening to my 6 tips to a great marriage and relationship. Please comment below, ask me any questions. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, like I always do. And I'll see you guys next time for my next video. Take care.